What's up, KFG crew and KFG Kings? This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I will give you guys my WWE Money in the Bank review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And let's get started. Now, Money in the Bank pay-per-view was a 6 out of 10. And that's all I gotta say from there. It was just a 6 out of 10. And video hypes up the big matches on tonight's event. We then go live into the MGM Grand Guardian Arena to see a big pyrotechnics display. Jimmy Smith, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton welcomes us to the show. So we get the 2022 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Asuka versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Lacey Evans versus Shotzi versus Alexa Bliss. Now this match was sloppy and botchy at the same time. That's all I gotta say. It was just botchy. It was just sloppy and botchy at the same time. The bell rings and everyone quickly brawls out of the ring, leaving Becky Lynch and Asuka alone. Becky Lynch and Asuka go at it. Asuka really takes it to big time backs, laying her out with some nasty kicks. Asuka grabs a ladder, but Becky Lynch knocks her down. Becky Lynch goes to sandwich her between two ladders, but Asuka moves. Asuka then gives Becky Lynch a bulldog on the ladder. Raquel Rodriguez gets in the ring and takes out Liv Morgan. Raquel Rodriguez goes to lift the ladder with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan on it, but she positions poorly and can only lift up Becky Lynch's side. Raquel Rodriguez is soon attacked, but she fights back with a double suplex onto the ladder on Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Shotzi gets in the ring and hits a crossbody. She gets into a tug of war with Raquel Rodriguez over the ladder. Lacey Evans and Asuka join in and drills Raquel Rodriguez into the corner. They sandwich Rodriguez into the corner. Liv Morgan, Lacey Evans, and Asuka are all laid out on the ladder on Raquel Rodriguez. Becky Lynch hits a springboard leg drop on all of them. Alexa Bliss goes to the top rope and hits a Molly go round on all the competitors. Alexa Bliss sets up the ladder under the Money in the Bank briefcase. She starts to climb, but Rodriguez cuts her off. Alexa Bliss slides off her shoulder and kicks away at her. Alexa Bliss knees her in the face and hits Raquel Rodriguez with a Hurricane Rana onto the ladder, leaning in the corner. Alexa Bliss does a kick from Asuka, but Asuka comes right back with a German suplex. Shotzi attacks Asuka and goes for a superplex onto the ladder. Asuka blocks it and hits Shotzi with a hip attack onto the ladder. Asuka starts to climb the ladder, but Lacey Evans cuts her off. Lacey Evans and Asuka are climbing on the opposite side of the ladder. Becky Lynch tips over the ladder, but Asuka and Lacey Evans land on their feet. They get Becky Lynch out of the ring, and Lacey Evans attack Asuka. Lacey Evans then hits Becky Lynch with a drop toe hold on the ladder. The crowd is booing Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans climbs, but Shotzi rips her off. Shotzi starts climbing, but Lacey Evans pulls her off. Lacey Evans climb, but Shotzi again pulls her off and smashes her face onto the mat. Shotzi climbs and starts to touch the briefcase, but Lacey Evans climb up the other side. Lacey Evans hits her with a woman's right to knock her to the mat. Lacey Evans grabs the briefcase and looks to have it won, but Raquel Rodriguez climbs up under her. Liv Morgan climbs up to the other side of the ladder and fights them. Liv Morgan then hits Lacey Evans with a sunset flip powerbomb off the ladder, and that was the best spot throughout the entire match. That Liv Morgan hit a sunset over Raquel Rodriguez and landed on Lacey Evans and powerbomb Lacey Evans. That was the best spot. That was the best spot throughout the entire match. Alright, it says Raquel Rodriguez is still up there, but Shotzi soon pulled her down and has her in the tree of wool on the ladder. Shotzi climbs over Raquel Rodriguez, but Rodriguez pulls her down. Alexa Bliss climbs the other side, but Shotzi pulls her in the electric chair. They botched whatever they were trying to do and fell into the main ladders set up in the center of the ring. It's totally bent on one side. Shotzi clumsy sets it up and starts to climb, but Becky Lynch cuts her off. This ladder is really bent and looks dangerous. Becky Lynch climbs, but Shotzi pulls her off. Shotzi puts Becky Lynch on top of a ladder and goes to the top rope. Shotzi goes for a diving senton splash, but Becky Lynch moves Shotzi and hits the ladder hard. Asuka attacks Becky Lynch to start to climb, but Raquel Rodriguez pulls her off. The ladder tips over, and Raquel sends Asuka out of the ring. Asuka pulls her under the bottom rope, but Raquel slams her down on the floor. Raquel Rodriguez clears the commentary table off and makes a ladder bridge from the table into the ring apron. Raquel Rodriguez powers Asuka up to the table and tries to slam her through the ladder, but Asuka fights it. Asuka hits a flying armbar, but Raquel powers up. Raquel Rodriguez powers up. Becky Lynch kicks Raquel, who drops Asuka on the ladder bridge. Becky Lynch grabs another ladder and pulls it by Asuka. Becky Lynch climbs and hits her with a flying leg drop onto the ladder bridge. The ladder doesn't break, but their bodies are broken. Alright, in the ring, Shotzi is busted open from slamming her head from the ladder on that diving senton splash attempt. That was a bad landing by Shotzi. But anyway, there 3 ladders are set up, and everyone starts climbing. Becky Lynch tips over a ladder, but with Rodriguez and Shotzi on it. Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss meet the same fate by Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch climbs, but Liv Morgan climbs another ladder alongside her. Becky Lynch knocks her over with the ladder, but Liv Morgan takes control and lands a leg on the top rope. Liv Morgan kicks the ladder back upright with her on it. She knocks Becky Lynch off the ladder, transitions to that ladder and grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase. The winner of the 2022 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Liv Morgan, which was rightfully deserved, and I'm glad that Liv Morgan became Miss Money in the Bank. So I was happy about that. I was very happy. So congratulations to Liv Morgan. I got nothing but respect for Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan deserves to be Smackdown Women's Championship. By the way, I'm going to mention that in a minute. Liv Morgan is highly emotional as she celebrates with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Becky Lynch flips out at ringside. The commentators talk about how she is losing her mind. Liv Morgan wins the Women's Money in the Bank match. Alright, let's move on. Alright, it says ladder match. Liv Morgan winning is by far the right move, which it was the right move, so I'm happy about that. It's time to elevate someone new in this division to the top. She's worked hard for years and has really improved. She got cold for a bit, but this should pick her right back up. I'm happy for it. Me too. So Liv Morgan, it was like 8 years ago, Liv Morgan was at the Performance Center, and now look what happened to Liv Morgan tonight. She won Miss Money in the Bank, and I'm happy for it. Liv Morgan has gotten better in the ring, so I'm proud of Liv Morgan. But anyway, let's continue. Shotzi was very good in this match. One of my favorite things about covering the old WWE NXT was Shotzi Blackheart match. She killed herself nightly to make a statement. Here, she busted herself open on some wild senton splash onto the ladder. She gonna be a star. Alright, let's move on. SummerSlam is 28 days away. A replay is showing of Cody Rhodes' interview from Monday Night Raw. So we get a video package United States Championship match. So we get the United States Championship match, Theory versus Bobby Lashley. This match was boring. The bell rings and there's a loud Bobby chant that breaks out. Theory taunts him, so Lashley knocks him out of the ring. Theory angrily stomps around ringside. The crowd is loud for Lashley. Theory jumps into the ring, but Lashley catches him with a spinebuster. Theory quickly goes to the apron, so Lashley knocks him to the floor. Lashley lifts him and goes to dive his head into the ring post, but Theory blocks it. Theory smashes Lashley's face off the ring post. Theory takes it to Lashley a bit at ringside before jumping off the apron, but Lashley comes in. The momentum knocks Lashley over, but he powers back up with Theory on his shoulders. The crowd loudly cheers as Lashley drives Theory headfirst into the ring post. Lashley gets Theory in the ring and sets up for a spear, but Theory collapses into a fatal position. Theory knocks Lashley back and covers for a 1 count. Theory stomps away at him. Lashley fights back and sits on the top rope. Theory leaps up for a Spanish fly, but Bobby Lashley won't budge. Theory jumps to the apron and whips on a super kick that Lashley sells anyway. Theory applies a chin lock. Theory chances it, but Lashley fights up. Theory powers him back down to the mat and really digs in with the chin lock. Bobby Lashley eventually powers up and goes for the hurt lock, but Theory slides out of it. Lashley hits a pair of clotheslines in a belly-to-belly overhead suplex. Lashley avalanches him in the corner before hitting a running shoulder to the midsection. Lashley grabs Theory and points to the sky. Lashley lifts him for a suplex, but Theory slides out and goes to the apron. Theory snaps Lashley off the top rope. Theory goes for a rolling thunder dropkick, but Lashley counters into a military press power slam for a near fall. It says Lashley goes for an over the shoulder slam, but Theory lands on his feet. Lashley rolls him up for a 2 count. Theory drops him into the turnbuckles and hits a rolling thunder dropkick for a near fall. Theory lifts him up for a 8-count down, but Lashley counters into a roll up for a near fall. Theory quickly rakes the eyes and hits Lashley with his own spear. Theory goes for a 8-count down, but Lashley slides off and applies the hurt lock. Theory taps out. The crowd roars into approval. The winner by submission and your new United States Champion, Bobby Lashley. That match was boring. Alright, Lashley, who is bleeding from the mouth holes of the United States Champion. Theory sleeves in anger at ringside. Bobby Lashley has defeated Theory and is the new United States Champion. Alright. Wow. Bobby Lashley is over. The crowd was all over him, and it wasn't any of the WWE Thunderdome Magic Heat. Theory is going to be moving on to John Cena, so Lashley is the perfect guy to take the title so they can start to build him up for the world title picture. Alright, so we go to Sarah Screever interviewed the winner of the 2022 Women's Money in the Bank briefcase, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan says she wants so badly to be a champion. WrestleMania sounds good, but she just wants to celebrate tonight. Okay, let's move on. So the video package, the Miz video package. Video package, Raw Women's Champion. Raw Women's Championship match. Carmella versus Bianca Belair. This match was god awful. God awful. The bell rings and Bianca Belair quickly hits a race lock takeover. Carmella fights up to her feet, so Bianca Belair hits another race lock takeover. Carmella escapes and runs to the ropes. The referee holds Bianca Belair back, so Carmella pulls her down by the hair. Bianca Belair is quick to her feet and takes it to Carmella before jumping to the second rope and taunting her with some booty taps. Bianca Belair backflips over a charging Carmella and knocks her back before taunting her again. An angry Carmella slaps Bianca Belair and goes for a head scissors takeover, but Bianca Belair counters into a backbreaker. Bianca Belair holds on to her and hits a second backbreaker. Bianca Belair goes for a handspring standing moonsault, but she lands on her feet when Carmella rolls out of the ring. Bianca Belair follows her. Carmella charges, but Bianca Belair's shoulder tackles her down on the floor. Bianca Belair pulls her in the ring, but Carmella attacks and hits a super kick for a 1 count. Carmella yells at the referee over this count. She continues to attack Bianca Belair and yells at the referee. Carmella shouts Mella is money and hits a Bronco Buster for a 2 count. Carmella applies a submission stretch, but Bianca Belair counters into a pin for a 2 count. Bianca Belair knocks her and goes for a screw slam, but Carmella slides off. Carmella takes her down by the hair. Bianca Belair fights up and hits a delayed vertical suplex, complete with some marching. Bianca Belair shows her in the corner and climbs up for the 10 punches. Bianca Belair backflips to the mat at 9 and slugs her down. Bianca Belair whips Carmella into the corner and charge, but she hits the ring post. When Carmella moves, Carmella rolls her up for a 2 count. Carmella tries again with her feet on the ropes for another 2 count. Carmella then super kicks her for a near fall. Carmella is getting very frustrated. Carmella talks trash and slaps Bianca Belair in the face. Bianca Belair slides back and hits a kiss of death for the convincing victory. The winner by pinfall is still your Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. This match was god awful. Bianca Belair celebrates with the Raw Women's Championship and pulls it on the turnbuckles. Carmella rips her off and claws away at her. Carmella stands tall, shouts at Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair stumbles to her feet and looks upset. So, Bianca Belair retains her WWE Raw Women's Championship. Okay, this match was god awful. It says okay match with Bianca Belair and Carmella, but it was really hard to hold my interest since the finish was never ever in doubt. Why it wasn't bad. Nothing about it made me want to see it again. But it looks like that's what we're getting. This match was god awful, and that's all I gotta say. It was god awful. Okay, let's continue. Footage is shown of Logan Paul signing his WWE contract and challenging the Miz to a match on SummerSlam. I don't care. Nobody's not interested to see Logan Paul versus the Miz at SummerSlam. Nobody's not going to care about that match. But anyway, let's move on. Tomorrow on Raw, the Miz will respond to Logan Paul's comment. Alexa Bliss does a segment with the Lily doll. Lily brought a bunch of stuff using Alexa Bliss WWE credit card. Lily brought her a pair of tiny skates. The crowd hated this and booed throughout. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee take over on commentary. Corey Graves is still there. So we get the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos versus the Street Profits. This was the match of the night. This match was really good. Before the match, the Usos cut a promo saying they're feeling lucky in Sin City. The Street Profits are twos and the Usos are the ones. Angelo Dawkins starts against Jimmy Uso. They lock up and Angelo Dawkins applies a side headlock. Jimmy switches it on him, so Dawkins whips him off. Jimmy hits a shoulder tackle and poses with his brother. Dawkins grabs a side headlock, so Jimmy rips him off. Dawkins hits a shoulder tackle and hits the ropes. Jimmy leapfrogs him, but Dawkins cartwheels him over and hits a drop kick. Dawkins knocks Jey Uso off the apron and hits Jimmy with a spine buster. Montez Ford tags in and scurries to the top rope, but Jimmy rolls out of the ring. The Street Profits taunt the Usos, who call at ringside to talk strategy. Ford and Jey Uso lock up. Jey apply a side headlock, but Ford whips him off and hits a shoulder tackle. Jey quickly gets to his feet and takes Ford down. Jey sends him to the corner, but Ford slingshots over him at his a dropkick. Ford then tells Jimmy to suck it. Dawkins tags in and shoulder blocks Jay. Dawkins then flips forward onto Jay for a 2 count. Dawkins forearms Jay. Jimmy Bond tags in. The Usos hit Dawkins with a double team spine buster. Jimmy punches Dawkins off the apron. Jimmy hits the rope and takes Dawkins out with a suicide dive. The Usos grab Dawkins at ringside and suplex him into the ring post before dumping him onto the floor. Dawkins just barely gets in the ring before being counted out. Jay stands over Dawkins. Jimmy taunts forward, telling him to now suck it. Jay talks trash to Dawkins, so Dawkins punches him in the face. Jay responds with a nasty punch to the floor, floors him. Jay hits a running shoulder in the corner. Jimmy tags in and avalanche Dawkins in the corner. Jimmy skips around and mocks the Street Profits. Jay gets a cheap shot on Dawkins. Jimmy charges, but Dawkins takes him out with a big right hand. Ford and Jay tag in. Ford kicks Jay back when it comes off the top rope, but Jay super kicks him out of the midair for a near fall. Jay cannot believe it. Jay talks some trash and viciously whips Ford into the corner. Jay chokes Ford on the bottom rope. Jay gets a drive kick in while the referee isn't looking. The Usos taunt the crowd. The Usos hit a double team backbreaker / diving forearm combo for a near fall. Jimmy punches Ford into the ropes before choking him against him. Jay tags in and the Usos hit a double team wishbone split. Jay wildly hits some crossface before applying a deep chin lock. Jay throws him down and super kicks Dawkins off the apron. Jimmy tags in but Ford starts wildly punches back at the Usos. Jimmy quickly cuts him off and sends him to the apron. Ford knocks Jimmy back before going for a slingshot, but Jimmy uppercuts him out of midair. Jimmy goes to the apron and goes for a snap suplex. Ford blocks it. Ford then hits Jimmy with a suplex on the apron. Ford gets in the ring and tags in Dawkins. Dawkins wipes out the Usos with a somersault senton. Dawkins lands on his feet. Dawkins gets Jimmy in the ring and runs over him. Dawkins hits a corkscrew avalanche and a neckbreaker, but Jimmy kicks out. Jimmy rolls out of the ring, but Dawkins goes outside and runs through the Usos. Dawkins gets Jimmy in the ring, but Jimmy uppercuts him. Ford tags in. Dawkins throws Jimmy into Ford and back suplex to pick up a near fall. Ford attacks Jimmy, but he missed an enziguri. Jay Blunt tags in as Ford hits Jimmy with the enziguri. Dawkins tags in and hits Jay. The Street Profits hit the electric chair drop / blockbuster combo for a near fall. The crowd lose their minds at that kick out. Dawkins pulls Jay to his feet, but Jay slaps him in the face. Dawkins responds with a slap. They exchange more slaps until Jay spin kicks him. Jimmy tags in. Dawkins punches Jimmy and punches Jay back. Ford tags in as well. They go for a double team, but Jimmy breaks it up. The Uso sends Dawkins into the ring post and hits Ford with a double super kick for a near fall. It says the Usos goes for the 1D on Ford, but Ford counters into a hurricanrana on Jimmy before knocking Jay out of the ring. Ford then dives over the ring post with a somersault senton onto the Usos. On the wheel, Ford is fired up. Dawkins tags in, hits Jay with a spine buster. Ford hits a frog splash and covers. 1-2. Jimmy breaks up the pin. The crowd can't believe this. A light fight forever chant picks up. The Street Profits and the Usos stand face to face in the ring. The crowd gives them a round of applause. They get into a hockey fight. Jimmy and Dawkins fight out of the ring. Jimmy super kicks him and sends him into the timekeeper's area. Ford pushes Jay away and super kicks him. Jimmy Blantangs, and the Usos hit a double super kick, and the Usos hit the 1D, and Jimmy covers for the win. The winners by pinfall and still your unified WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. This was the match, bro. This was the match of the night. This match was fantastic. A replay showing that Montez Ford's shoulders was up during the pin. The Street Profits cry foul in the ring and looked incredibly frustrated. Alright, the Usos retained the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Who have thought that on a show that will eventually have two ladders matches and tag team matches will steal it? The Usos and the Street Profits had what may be the best WWE match of the year, aside from Rhodes versus Rollins. The Usos and the Street Profits, they killed this match. They killed it. So we move on. Kevin Owens and the Kevin Owens show. A mystery vintage is shown with burning candles, and then the screen cuts out. The commentators wonder what that was about. SmackDown Women's Championship. So we get SmackDown Women's Championship match. Natalya versus Ronda Rousey. This match was terrible. The bell rings and they lock up. They tussle into the ropes before Natalya gives a rough break and shoves her. Natalya hits a headlock takeover and applies a hammerlock. Ronda Rousey gets into the ropes and twists Natalya's arm around the ropes for a few seconds. Natalya goes for a waist lock, but Ronda Rousey fights it. Natalya hits a fireman's carry takedown and wrenches the arm. Ronda Rousey turns it into her and takes her down. They trade pins before Natalya goes for the ankle lock. Ronda Rousey goes for the ropes, but Natalya drags her into the ring. Ronda Rousey goes for the ankle lock, but Natalya rolls through. Natalya hits a snap mirror and steps on her. Ronda Rousey avoids a drop kick and applies an ankle lock. Natalya quickly goes to the bottom rope and pulls her out of the ring. Natalya magically tells people to shut up at ringside. Ronda Rousey chased Natalya into the ringside. Ronda Rousey chased Natalya into the ring. Natalya pulls herself through the ropes and slaps Ronda Rousey for calling her a stupid you-know-what. Natalya snaps her into the ropes. Natalya hits a disgust close-up for a 2 count. Natalya mouths her and punches away at her. Natalya puts her in the ring corner and chops the stomach before stomping her. Natalya pulls and goes back to Ronda Rousey. Natalya slaps her in the face and hits a snap mirror. Natalya applies a chin lock. Ronda Rousey fights up, so Natalya rips her down by the hair. Natalya stomps her and puts her in the corner. Natalya punches away at her and goes for a slingshot tailbone slam, but Natalya lands on her feet. Ronda Rousey hits a throw, but Natalya quickly takes her down and applies an armbar. Natalya then transitions into an ambitional stretch. Ronda Rousey fights out and tries to fight back, but Natalya connects with a clothesline. Natalya sends her to the corner, but Natalya elbows her back. Ronda Rousey kicks her in the midsection and hits a clothesline. Ronda Rousey clotheslines her a second time and avoids a disgust clothesline. Ronda Rousey hits a high knee in the corner and knocks her back. Ronda Rousey hits her in the face and goes for a Piper's Pit, but Natalya gets out. Natalya rolls through and covers for a 2 count. Natalya goes for an armbar, but Ronda Rousey fights it. Ronda Rousey transitions into a sharpshooter and does Shawn Michaels pose. Natalya gets a hand on the bottom rope to break the hold. Ronda Rousey talks trash, so Natalya slaps her in the face. Ronda Rousey slaps back and takes her down. Ronda Rousey sets up for an armbar, but Natalya pulls her out of the ring. Ronda Rousey tweaks her knee upon landing. Natalya puts Ronda Rousey on the apron and applies a sharpshooter. Ronda Rousey is hanging off the apron in the sharpshooter. Ronda Rousey then powers Natalya over and then hits her head first into the ring post. Ronda Rousey gets Natalya in the ring and goes for a piper split. Ronda Rousey hobbles around her and bad knee and can't hit it. Natalya goes for the sharpshooter, but Ronda Rousey pulls her down and apply an ankle lock. Natalya fights out and goes for the sharpshooter, but Ronda Rousey counters into an armbar and Natalya taps out. The winner and still your SmackDown. The winner by submission and still your SmackDown Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. All right. It says Ronda Rousey starts getting to her feet. All of a sudden, Liv Morgan music hits. Liv Morgan is cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. So we get the SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan. This was a quick match. The bell rings and Liv Morgan goes after Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey quickly puts her in an ankle lock. Liv Morgan screams in pain and fights out of it with a kick to the injured leg. Liv Morgan rolls her up for the win. The winner by pinfall in your new SmackDown Women's Championship, Liv Morgan. I'm happy about this. And I'm so happy about this, that Liv Morgan killed two birds with one stone tonight. Liv Morgan went from becoming Miss Money in the Bank to Liv Morgan cashing in on Ronda Rousey to become the SmackDown Women's Championship. So Liv Morgan killed two birds with one stone tonight at Money in the Bank. So I'm happy about her. So congratulations to Liv Morgan to become the SmackDown Women's Championship. It's a fresh new start for SmackDown. But can you imagine Liv Morgan versus Bayley? Take my money for it. But anyway, Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan does SmackDown Women's Championship and raised her arm before walking off. Liv Morgan posed with the SmackDown Women's Championship as the crowd chants, "You deserve it," which she does deserve it. And I thought that Ronda Rousey was going to turn heel right there, but she didn't. But anyway, I'm proud of Liv Morgan to become a SmackDown Women's Champion, and which is well deserved. Liv Morgan cashed in on her Money in the Bank contract and is the new SmackDown Women's Championship. Now this better be top 5. That Liv Morgan became Miss Money in the Bank to cash in the Money in the Bank contract to become the SmackDown Women's Championship. This better be top 5. And that's all I gotta say. It is nothing but facts. Big moment for Liv Morgan. She has the rocket strapped to her back right now. Now it's on the storyline to land her at the top or she fall back. Remember Nikki ASH was in this exact position last year? Liv Morgan has a lot of talent and passion. I hope it works out. Okay, so as for Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, that just didn't connect for me. Nothing technically wrong with it, but Natalya is an atrocious actress. Takes me right out of it when she plays bad girl wrestler. It feels like she's acting and not in the moment. So we get the video package: Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I don't know why they show it, but I don't care. Before the match begins, WWE official Adam Pearce comes out to the stage. Pearce says it's been an amazing and special night in Las Vegas. What's better way to cap off this right than adding to the Money in the Bank ladder match? Pearce is raising them one more. The 8 entrants into the Money in the Bank ladder match is 30. Everybody was pissed off. Like, Theory did not earn this match. I did not like that spot. Theory did not earn this match. But it is what it is. So we get the 2022 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Riddle versus Seth Rollins versus Omos versus Madcap Moss versus Sami Zayn versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre versus Theory. This was a good main event. This was good. The crowd is loudly booing the addition of Theory to this match. The bell rings and Riddle goes after Seth freaking Rollins. Get out of the ring. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus go after Omos, but he throws them off. Omos then hits a sloppy slam on Riddle. Omos then hits McIntyre with a huge scoop slam. Omos gets out of the ring. Sees Seth Rollins and Theory coming at him with a ladder. Omos runs into it and wipes out Rollins and Theory, who were the aggressors with the ladder. Omos hit Sheamus with a ladder before crushing Riddle and Moss with it. Omos throws the ladder into the ring. Sami Zayn is hiding behind the ring post, trying to avoid Omos seeing him. Sheamus runs in to stop Omos from setting up the ladder. Omos fights him off. More competitors try to stop Omos, but they're unsuccessful. Riddle jumps on him, but Omos slams him. Moss attacks, but Omos easily dispatches him. McIntyre then knocks Omos out of the ring with a Claymore kick. Omos still lands on his feet. McIntyre sets up the ladder and starts to climb, but Sheamus pulls him down. Sheamus throws McIntyre out of the ring and climbs. McIntyre gets back in and pulls Sheamus off. They trade stiff punches before noticing. Theory's trying to sneak up the ladder. They stop punching each other and look at Theory. They pull him down. Sheamus hits Theory with a stiff clothesline before McIntyre hits a nasty chop. Sheamus then stretched the youngster over the ropes and let McIntyre start the 10 beats of the battery. Sheamus pushes him off and starts climbing Theory's chest. They then fight over who is going to club Theory. Rollins wipes out Sheamus and McIntyre with shots from the ladder, knocking them out of the ring. Seth Rollins then throws the ladder out of the ring onto them. Seth Rollins attacks Riddle. Riddle attacks Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins sends him into the ladder, sets up in the ring. Rollins closes up the ladder and sets Riddle up for a powerbomb. Riddle counters into a back body drop onto the ladder. Riddle then connects with a Bolton sandwiching Rollins on the ladder. Sami Zayn runs and attacks Riddle. Sami Zayn goes climbing the ladder for the briefcase, but Moss pulls him down and attacks. Sami Zayn quickly pulls Moss face first onto the ladder to stop his momentum. Sami Zayn then drops the ladder onto Moss' spine. Sami Zayn leans the ladder in the corner, but Moss bounces him off the ladder. Moss shoulders Sami Zayn in the corner and stomps away at him. Moss then viciously wipes him into the ladder, leaning in the corner. Moss sets up the ladder and starts climbing, but Riddle climbs on the other side. Moss gets back in the ring and pulls Moss off before slamming Riddle. Theory comes off the top rope, but Omos catches him and annihilates him with a chokeslam. Omos smiles as he looks up at the Money in the Bank briefcase. Omos starts to climb, but Moss and McIntyre tips the ladder over before clotheslining him out of the ring. Omos has not left his feet. Sheamus throws a ladder at him. All the competitors take turns throwing ladders at the Nigerian Giant. Omos finally goes down. They then bury him under a pile of ladders to keep him down. Sheamus starts attacking the competitors with the ladder. In the ring, Seth Rollins climbs the ladder for the briefcase. Sami Zayn cuts him off, and Sheamus sets up the ladder next to them and starts to climb. Theory climbs up as well. Rollins, Sami Zayn, Sheamus, and Theory are on the ladders. Sheamus pushes Rollins and Sami Zayn over. Theory headbutts Sheamus off the ladder and reaches for the briefcase. Moss pulls Theory down and hits a fallaway slam. Moss climbs the ladder, but he gets down when he sees Sami Zayn on the top rope. Moss drives a ladder into Sami Zayn and sets up the ladder laid across the bottom rope. Sami Zayn steps on Moss and starts to climb the ladder. Moss grabs Sami Zayn and hits a ridiculous powerbomb onto the ladder laid on the bottom rope. That looks devastating. McIntyre and Moss climb the ladder. McIntyre punches Moss off the ladder. Sheamus tips the ladder over, but McIntyre lands on his feet. Sheamus then crushes McIntyre with white noise. Riddle attacks Sheamus, but Sheamus hits the Irish Curse backbreaker. Sheamus pulls in the ring and stands over. The original rule: Sheamus punches Riddle against a ladder. Sheamus goes for a rope kick, but he gets tied up in the ladder. When Riddle moves, Riddle then drapes Sheamus off the ladder and lands a Randy Orton Hangman DDT. Riddle knees McIntyre in the face, and hits Moss with a snap kick. Riddle keeps up and hits Rollins with a snap power slam. Theory throws Riddle into the ladder, but Riddle starts to climb. Riddle stands on top of the ladder and hits the rest of the competitors. Almost with a floating roll, Sheamus, who has had spinal issues, took the heel off Riddle's foot and off his neck. Almost gets in the ring and clears the ring. Sheamus is on the apron, looking like he's in a lot of pain. Riddle looks at Almost and jumps on his back with a sleeper hold. Almost slams Riddle off Theory and turns to climb as Almost deals with Riddle. Almost sees Theory and grabs him before crushing him with a tree slam. Almost sets the ladder up, but Sheamus starts him with a bro kick. Sami Zayn follows up with the haluva kick on Almost. Riddle applies a triangle on Almost over the top rope, and Moss puts Almost out of the ring. McIntyre hits Almost with a Glasgow kiss, and Seth Rollins hits Almost with a stomp on the apron. They clear off the commentary table. They all contribute to lifting Almost over their head and powerbombing him through the commentary table. Wow. They send Almost to the shower room on this one through the table. They look at each other and begin brawling again. Theory is missing from the picture. Theory gets in the ring and starts to climb, so McIntyre gets in and pulls him down. McIntyre sends Sami Zayn headfirst into the ladder. Sheamus throws a ladder into the McIntyre's face before laying a ladder on top turnbuckle. McIntyre counters a whip and hits a future shot DDT on Sheamus. McIntyre sets up the ladder over Sheamus' upper body and starts to climb. Butch all of a sudden runs into the ring and jumps on McIntyre's back. Butch applies a sleeper hold, so McIntyre climbs down. Sheamus gets out from under the ladder and hits McIntyre with a bro kick. Sheamus now traps McIntyre under the ladder to start to climb. Sheamus grabs the briefcase, but McIntyre powers the ladder up under it. Sheamus is stunned before being knocked off the ladder. McIntyre hits Bush with a claymore kick and kicks up. McIntyre climbs up the ladder, but Sheamus pulls him down. Sheamus hits a nasty gut punch and climbs the ladder. McIntyre climbs on the other side. They exchange punches from on the top of the ladder. Sami Zayn knocks the ladder over, seeing McIntyre and Sheamus into the ladder laying on the top rope. The ladder fails to ringside and falls onto Rollins. Sami Zayn climbs the ladder and grabs for the briefcase. Madcap Moss cuts Sami Zayn off and throws him down. Madcap Moss, but Seth Rollins knocks him off the ladder and hits a stomp. Seth Rollins sets up the ladder and climbs, but Riddle hits him with another ladder. Riddle sets up a 14-foot ladder in the ring next to Rollins. Rollins punches Riddle off the ladder and down to the canvas. Rollins grabs the briefcase and starts to unhook it, but Riddle climbs back up and hits Rollins with a super RKO off the ladder. Okay, Riddle starts to climb and grab the briefcase, but Theory comes back and cuts him off. Theory and Riddle exchange punches. Theory knocks Riddle off the ladder and grabs the briefcase to become Mr. Money in the Bank. The winner of the 2022 Men's Money in the Bank match, Theory. This match was good. This match was good, but I don't agree that Theory should not be in the match in the first place. But I don't mind the outcome. I don't mind the outcome. This is Theory celebrates with the Money in the Bank briefcase and takes selfie from on the top of the ladder. But the question is Theory going to cash it in on Roman Reigns? Because I believe he's going to fail to cash in. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, well, I'm looking around at the reactions to Theory winning. There is a lot of anger. I think that's good. That's a good thing. Theory has been a great Smarty, Smarty Hill. That's really emerged this year. Give him the recase to see what happens. I don't think Theory will beat Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Probably not, but this company is short on guys in the main event scene that are under 30 years old. Theory is good on the mic and good in the ring. He's 24 years old. This is a good thing for WWE. And Money in the Bank goes off the air. Like I said it earlier, Money in the Bank pay-per-view was a 6 out of 10. And that's all I gotta say from here. And that's all I gotta say from here. If you guys join my WWE Money in the Bank review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Money in the Bank. I give Money in the Bank pay-per-view a 6 out of 10. But the best spot on the women's Money in the Bank was Liv Morgan hit a sunset flip over Raquel Rodriguez and landed powerbomb on Lacey Evans. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, the Street Profits versus the Usos for the WWE Unified Tag Team Champions. That was the match of the night. And then the moment when Liv Morgan won Miss Money in the Bank / cashing in on Ronda Rousey to become the Smackdown Women's Championship, that was a good moment for her. So I applaud Liv Morgan. I got nothing but respect for Liv Morgan. And this would have been, if this would have been Sonya Deville in this match, then Money in the Bank would be a 2 out of 10. If Sonya Deville would have got into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. But I'm glad that didn't happen. So I'm happy that Liv Morgan became Miss Money in the Bank / cashing in on Ronda Rousey to become the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's all I gotta say from here. But overall, Money in the Bank pay-per-view was a 6 out of 10. And that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys join my WWE Money in the Bank review and highlights, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on Money in the Bank pay-per-view. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. So when I premiere a brand new video, go live on YouTube. Connect with my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my WWE Raw review and highlights. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive and stay blessed. KFG crew, KFG Kings, Too Sweet. We out here. Gang.